Okay, this is on the Montes job, number 55767. So placing this furnace. So the new furnace will sit 3 inches off the baseboard. The back of the furnace will be level with the back of the supply air duct. So you're going to have a 24 by 36 drain pan. You just push it all the way to the cement and all the way against here. And then I made you an 8-inch base. So lift the furnace up 2 inches to be over the drain pan. And then I give you an angle to put right there. So you have this existing box that I gave you, Brian. So reuse this existing base. Oh, you know what? That won't work. Never mind. I'll have to make you a new base because with the drain pan, we need to be 2 inches taller. Unless you want to use this and put 2 pieces of unistrut under it, under the furnace in the drain pan to lift it up. So we'll decide that. Anyway, this duct just as it shows, you have a cut line right here. And on this return, cut line right here, side to side, and right here to the back. So for the basement return air, you just need an equivalent of about a 12-inch round going down. So, you know, I don't know what you're going to run into, where the floor joists are or whatever there. So, you know, maybe a 6-inch piece of pipe to get through just so you can seal it to the floor of 12-inch, and then see where to go from there. Okay. So your combustion air is okay right here. You could if you wanted, and patch that with a 8x17 flat metal and cut a 6-inch round combustion air in there. Otherwise it's okay. So your vent, you're gonna take off this T, you're gonna reuse this B vent and lift it up. Your water heater, you're gonna have to spin this top T just a little bit. Because your duct's gonna, you know what, maybe I'll just make that one a little, well, yeah, just spin it a little bit and you can reuse a 90 here, or, you know, to do here, and just keep some of this duct if you need to, because when you spin it, then you're gonna need to offset it back. Anyway, so just don't throw all that away until you get the flue done. Your vent, you're gonna run 2-inch PVC to a flat termination out the back. So I think this is pretty high, so I'd go as low as you can. You need to be at least a foot from your combustion. Okay. So the gas. Oh, I forgot to write gas. I'll write it. On the gas, This pipe's coming down crooked. The edge of your furnace is actually right here, this big line. So when you undo this flux, you can pull it straight. But you may need to spin this just a little bit, but from the caulk, you're going to add a 2-inch nipple and a T with a drip leg. 2T drip leg with the cap. Then a flex up the top, and then a 2-inch and a 90. And I apologize, I do not know what gas we need to get out for a carrier. It doesn't tell me. So I'm going to give you stuff that we use for a Lennox to get out. But if you need to look at that and just verify that you have the gas, or bring a nipple tray. So the AC, looks like you are going to move it to the back of the house here. You have an existing pad here. So you can either flush the existing line set and reuse what you can, but if it were me, I'd just cut it out and get a scrap piece of line set, not longer than 20 feet would work, a 7/8, 3/8 line set, and come over and down and out there. Okay. So I would recommend putting on a new disconnect. I'm guessing you're going to run the power. But our max breaker for the unit is a 35 amp. And the existing breaker is a 40 GE. So you have two options. You can change this to a 30 or 35 amp GE, reuse the disconnect outside, or change this and add a new disconnect, or you can add a new disconnect with a 35 amp QO breaker inside the disconnect and just label it here. Okay. So I'll talk to you, Brian, and see if you want me to order everything for that. Okay, the drain. So I'm guessing the drain goes down, but we're gonna have to cut out the wall to see what it does. I mean, from what I can tell, it's hard to tell. Anyway, so cut out the wall what you need to, rehook onto the existing 3/4 PVC. Thermostat, I'm not sure what you want to do here, so the existing is a 4 wires, so chances are you're gonna need to pull a new wire, unless you're doing something else. Power, now reuse the box. I'm gonna order you a new switch and cover. And I'll order you 2 box connectors. You can get rid of the conduit if you want. So on the return air, so your existing return airs, you have a 30x8 and a 14x10, except those are only out of 2x4 walls. So a 3.5 by 30 hole will give you 400 CFM. 3.5 by whatever that is, by 14 will give you 200 CFM. So that's 600. Minimum at sea level for a 3-ton, you need 1200, but or altitude 1475, 475 per ton would be best. So a 12-inch round would be awesome there. Another thing to look at, you know, up above here, you have this fruit chase and the wall's built out, so you might be able to get a round pipe or something back behind here, but I can't fit back there to see what's back there. But you might be able to get something up into the room above us. You have 6 inches behind the furnace. If you know, you might be able to get something in that room over there from behind. But otherwise, I would get what you can from the basement. If you can't make up anything, I would cut in a return air grill in this trunk line here somewhere. Probably over there, just cut in like a 12 by 12 or whatever. This duct isn't big enough to support it, but it's better than nothing. Anyway, that's it. Thanks.